money, that's a big thing right now. And you're coming up to a key juncture for Canada Jetlines. You need money to get in the air. So what are the pressures? Where are things in terms of securing funding? We'll get into some other things around the aspect of funding, but let's start there.
Sure. Yeah, we need more money. We need to raise enough money for us to build out the airline, as well as to like expand operations, increase our fleet, etc. So we're meeting with investors. Some of the investors we are meeting with, they seem to be very interested. Some others, it's just not the perfect timing, or they're just investing in another airline, so it does not fit well with their situation. But the good thing about investors is that they all believe there's a very big market opportunity. So, anticipating your following question, what are we expecting to get the deal done? Well, when I wake up every morning, I go and check my email, and hoping to see that one of these days, I see this email saying, there's X company like putting money into Jetlines. So I think it's going to happen. Most of the investors that we're talking to, they already knew me from before. This is a very small world. I mean, some of them actually, know me personally. Others do not know me personally, but a couple of them actually have told me, I did not know you personally, but I've called this other guy and asked for references, and the feedback they're giving me is that the people they're reaching out to believe that I'm the right guy, that I have the great experience working for a couple of LCCs, and that I can do a good job. So there's no hesitation or concern about me being the CEO.
But at some point, you're going to run into crunch time. You can control expenditures to a certain degree. What you can't control is when the money is going to come through the door, because having done this for 30 years, it's easier for people to say no or come up with a reason why they don't want to invest today. What I'm trying to get to here, and opening the door on this, because money, the funding is so critical to this airline being in the air before this time next year, is what are you going to say to investors, to the market, to shareholders, to make them feel better, because this is an issue, that you have an extremely high level of confidence based on what you're saying, that those funds are going to be available to Canada Jetlines in time?
My message to them and to everybody I talk to is that we've never been so close to launching operations. We have secured 2 aircraft that are coming from the one of the largest, if not the largest, aircraft lessor in the world, AerCap. The aircrafts are going to be delivered to us in the beginning of the second quarter next year. The team is building up the airline. We're getting ready for the aircraft. There's a lot of contracts and things that need to be done.
Okay, so I'll interrupt you there.
Yeah,
and I'm opening the door for you. I'm giving you an opportunity here, because you're talking about all these things that have been going on behind the scenes that are going to be impressive to a sophisticated investor, and you're probably going to be a little more open with them because of the nature of the relationship. So what is it? What's been going on behind the scenes that a sophisticated investor is going to say, yes, I can see you're very close now, or you're not?
What can I tell investors? I'll tell them that we're building the team. We're getting ready for us to be in operation by next summer. We're meeting with a lot of investors. They all see that there's a market opportunity, and some of them they seem to be very interested. I want to believe that one of these guys will end up investing money in Jetlines, and that's going to give us what we need for us to take off. And I really believe it's positive, because what we're offering them is a good deal. Is a good deal, and know that they know the situation in Canada is not similar to the one in other countries, not the developed countries in the world, and they know there's going to be an airline who's going to get into Canada, and they're going to change the game. And if you compare our investment to other airlines out there, the most sophisticated investors know that we're doing the right things and moving in the right direction for us to be the guys who change the game.
Javier, one of the concerns that has been expressed to us by existing shareholders is when you secure the funds, the issue is how much of it is going to be equity. I know you can't be specific because you haven't even got to terms yet, but there's a genuine concern that the dilution could be extreme to the point of where it's hard to see future value in the company. How do you answer that?
Sure, like, we're definitely looking into the right balance between equity and debt. We would love to get a lot of the money out of debt, but as you know, and everybody knows, every investor knows, I mean, we're a startup company, so we're going to need to give equity out for us to raise the money. But I mean, it's in our own interest as well as in the shareholder interest that that some of the money we raise is not out of equity and it is debt. So yeah, we're looking into that as well. We're also concerned about this. It's again in our own interest. It is in my own interest to minimize the dilution.
So with the high chance of success, are you, and you can never be 100%, but are you as close to 100% that Canada Jetlines will be in the air summer of 2019 as you possibly can be?
That's what I think. That's what I really believe is going to happen, yes.